Good morning, namaste, and welcome to our day 7 of 7 at 7. And this is our practice for the 21st, the summer solstice. When I went to film this yesterday morning when you're watching this, it was raining at the lake, so I don't mind doing yoga in the rain, but the camera doesn't like it. So you're here in my lovely home. Very, very welcome, and let's get started. We're going to start today sitting on the mat. Hope you're excited. Well done for getting this far. And today's theme, by the way, is rise. Okay, we're ready to go. Sitting nice and comfortable on your mat in any position you choose, or seated in a chair. But close down the eyes, have that soft gaze, and take a moment to turn inwards. Find your breath. As you feel your breath come, extend a little bit through the spine. And as you exhale, see if you can also lengthen your spine. Inhaling, thinking length, nice big breath. And exhaling, length. And just one more breath like that. And then letting the chin bow to the chest. You can blink open the eyes if you like. And let's bring the hands together and give ourselves a nice big stretch. So while we're bringing everything up, we're going to take the hands down to the ground and then bringing them up through the heart. What would we like to bring more of in our life? What would we like to help rise in our life? And that can be our intention for our practice today. And for this, like the longest day, what is it that we want to really shine out? So rise and, of course, shine. Yeah. And then from here, taking the hands out and thinking about, well, what do we need to support ourselves for doing that? So let's bring the hands down through the center line. And then when they come down this time, just pause in there. Take another deep breath in and a long breath out. Yeah, can I give myself what I need in order to let myself shine? I really believe each one of us has our own lovely inner flame, our own like special thing that makes us us. And what can we do to support that and nurture that and like feed that fire? The tapas they talk about is discipline in yoga. What can we do to bring that motivation, that practice? So sorry, we are coming into cobbler, getting carried away there. Feet are together and let's just a little flap of the wings like a butterfly, transforming. First we transform ourselves. Actually not first, we do it at the same time, which as we move through each day with love, we transform other people. Now we're bringing the knees together and we're just going to move over onto all fours. Okay, so now seeing if we can just start to move in a way that feels good here. And I'm going to leave that up to you today. So just going with the breath. We're finding that this is difficult. You can peek at me and copy, or you can just close your eyes and continue to inhale, long spine. Exhale, nice and slow, long spine. Move it in a way that feels good for you. No rules, can't get this wrong. It's lovely that India has given us this beautiful practice of yoga because for me it's one of the most easiest ways to bring in so many different aspects of well-being. Well-being, it's a funny word, but we have our movement, our breath work, our pranayama. We have strengthening and soft movement for the nervous system. We have our meditation and our mindfulness. We call it awareness in yoga. And all really what it is, I believe, for people for their daily practice is this time to come back to yourself. Okay, so if you've been still circling around, maybe doing a few cat cows, we're going to meet down in our hare pose. So this is the one where we slide the hips back towards the feet and stretch the hands out in front, keeping the back really long and knowing that you can come here anytime. This can be your downward dog instead of downward dog if you're feeling like, you want to take a little bit easier today. When you're ready, if you're coming up with me, off we go back into table. Curl the toes and lift the knees and hips up and back into your downward facing dog. Gorgeous. And you might paddle out the legs a little bit here. Or you might come up and down. Or you might do your three-legged dog. Do you remember we did it with the one leg up? So just for the next maybe 5 breaths, you do you. You can close your eyes and just move in a way that feels good here. Or even just come into stillness if that's what your body is craving. And then we're going to make our way to the top of the mat. So, the options. We can drop one knee and step forward. We can walk our feet up the mat, little walk. We can come up onto the fingertips, step one foot and then the other. Maybe you're going to hop. Give it a go. And we're back onto standing on our 2 feet. Okay, super. So the summer solstice is all about the longest day of the year and the sun. And the sun, has many meanings. Well, I mean, the sun is the sun, right? But it's very symbolic of this kind of like idea of our inner light, our beautiful light, like the sun of God, the sun in the sky, and the sun in ourself, our light. So, when we're doing our sun salutes, there's lots of more to it than just the movement. Each movement, we're awakening energy, our prana in our body, and helping ourselves flow. If though you were going to an acupuncturist or you were doing your tai chi, yeah, same idea. Get the things moving. But anyway, let's get the body moving. So we're in our mountain pose, spreading all the toes, shaking out the hands. I'm going to do a nice kind of dynamic flow today. You're like, I'm not up for that. You know what you can do. You can come down, do your table, do something else. Just stay with us and enjoy the yoga practice. There's no right way to do this, yeah? We're bringing our hands together at the heart center, if you're coming with me. And then as you exhale, bend the knees and sit in. And as you inhale, push off and stretch up to the sky. Gorgeous. Bringing both hands together, slide them all the way down through to your forward fold. And now stepping the right leg back. And the option here is to keep the knee lifted for a more dynamic practice. Stretch up to the sky. And then bringing both hands down onto your mat. Step back into your plank, or you can come through table. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, we're going to lower down. So knees, chest, and chin. And sliding then forwards up into cobra. As you exhale, lengthen and lower, and then push back into your table downward dog. And we're getting ready to step forward. So this is part a lot of people find tricky. So there is that option to lower the left knee and step forward, or just step forward. And either way, invitation today to lift that back knee off, curl the toes under, lift it off, and stretch up to the sky. Bringing both hands all the way down to the frame of the front foot and step forward. We're into our forward fold. And then from here, bend the knees, hands to the heart, and stretch up. And that was the right side done. Traditionally, people do 108. We're not going to do 108. Slide the hands all the way down through the center line. Hands to the floor, left leg back, and the knee down, and toes out, or the knee up, and stretch up to the sky. You decide. And then both hands come all the way down to the mat and stepping back. Take a breath in and a lovely long breath out as you lower your knees, your chest and your chin to the mat or the floor. And then inhale and lift your heart. As you exhale, coming down and then pushing up and back into downward facing dog. Move that mic a little bit. And then we're Going to step forward with the left leg. So the right knee can stay lowered or lifted, up to you. And we're stepping forward and stretching up to the sky. Where's Hauka? Go get Hauka. That should keep them quiet for a minute. And then bringing both hands down and stepping forwards up your mat. Into our forward fold, hands to the heart, and up we come. One beautiful sun salute. Ha ha ha. Who used to watch Sesame Street? Now, let's mix it up a little. Bringing the hands down through the center line. Come into your forward fold. Bend your knees. Step back with your right leg. And this time, keep that back knee lifted. Stretch both hands up to the sky. And if that's really not working for you, very wobbly there, bring the knee down. I'll show you something else in a minute. But we're going to see if we can bring the hands to the hips. Swivel on the back heel. So the heel is down and the toes are kind of an angle. And extend out through both arms. Bend your front knee. We're into our warrior two pose. Lovely. Sit in. Lovely long spine. And then turn the palms to the ceiling. Inhale up. And then hands to the heart. Lift the back heel and turn the whole body forward, swiveling to come down, hands to the floor and stepping back. And the knee can come down. We're stay lifted and we're in plank or half plank. Take a breath in. As we exhale, knees, chest and chin to the ground. Release your hips and feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen and lower. Push up and back. Downward dog. Now you guessed it. We're going to take the right leg up the mat. Yeah. Keep bouncing those knees. If you're finding it hard to step up and you want to give it a go, really bounce your knees. Lift your back leg up. Lift your fingertips. Lift your wrist so you create loads of space. And then see if you can bring it up as far as it goes. And then take your hand and step it forward if you're having trouble. Now the back knee can come down or up. And we're stretching up. And then bringing the hands to the hips. If the back knee is lowered, you want to give this a go. If it's lifted, stay lifted, yeah? And swivel on your back foot. If it's lowered, turn the lower leg to the side and we can come into that warrior on the knee, yeah? Either way, we're in our warriors. Big warriors, little warriors, it's all good. Breathe in, and as you breathe out, sit in a little bit more. Thinking about that thing that you wanted to grow, that thing that you want to encourage in yourself. Think about it's out in the future, but you're right here, right now, planting those seeds. And then from here, we're going to bring both hands all the way up, catch a star, down to the heart, swivel on the back leg, and then coming forwards. If you're doing the kneeling version, it's the same. And you're back into your low lunge. We're stepping forwards up the mat, hands to the heart, bend the knees, and stretch to the sky. Woo! And then hands to the heart and fold them forwards and down. Really good. Right leg comes back. You know what to do. Inhale, lift up through both hands. All right. And then from here, we're going to do the same thing again. We're bringing the hands to the hips, swivel on the back heel into warrior two. Sit down into your pose, or you're here, yeah. From here, don't worry, if I make it look easy and you're like, oh, what the hell, Claire? Just to come back to your cat-cow, have a lovely time, yeah? From here, but yeah, this is good. So we're taking our back hand, we're bringing it around to meet the front hand. Imagine we have a bow. We're pulling the string of the bow all the way back. Thinking about that thing you'd like to see more of in your life, your goals, and pew, let that go. Let that fly. All right. Catch your star, hands to your heart. Lift the back leg and bringing the hands down, we're stepping. Ooh, we're stepping backwards, forgetting where I'm going now, into our plank. Take a breath in. And as we exhale, knees come down, the chest and the chin. Release the hips and the feet. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, lengthen and lower. And then pushing all the way up and back into downward facing dog. Okay, and then we're nearly there. We're stepping the left leg up the mat. So again, the option to lower the knee first and then step it up, or to just step it up. Swivel in, lifting the knee, swivel on the back leg or the knee down. Extend out through both arms. Okay, now this time, instead of grabbing a bow and arrow, we're going to take that left hand and bring it to the right hip and grab our sword. Anything that might stand in your way, self-doubt, people who tell you you will never manage that, out of the way. Anything else, yeah? And then from here, we're going to catch our star, bring it to the heart, lift that back heel and swivel. Hello, cat today. And then we're hands to the mat and stepping forwards up the mat into our forward fold. Lovely. Bend the knees a little. Bring the hands to the heart and stretch up to the sky. We rise. Together we rise. All right, let's step the legs out nice and wide. Bringing the hands to the heart and coming into a little bit of a goddess pose here. We're going to bend the knees and sit in the little shimmy side to side. Gorgeous. And then you decide how high or low you go here. And if you're feeling like a challenge, sitting in a little bit deeper. Bringing the hands to the heart. You can stay like that, or we can open them up into this beautiful goddess pose and sink in a little bit more. Feeling it? Lovely. Take one more breath here. See if you have space to go a little lower. That's it. On the inhale, stretch up and out. Together we rise. Happy International Yoga Day. Shake it out, shake it out. Woo, we're going to melt it down now. If you need that buzz and that energy, you can stop the video here and go, conquer your goals. But if you like to kind of melt it down with me, then let's do a little bit of a dance here, a little bit of movement into the hips. Very good. And then we're going to walk the feet in enough that you feel supported to come down into a little froggy pose, a little squat. So as you come down, you might feel the heels want to lift. See how far you can go with the back straight, so not letting it curve. And when you get to a point where you're like, oh, the only way I'm getting down is bending, let the heels lift, bend the knees a little more. And here we come into our little froggy, letting your bum come down. Very nice. Well done. I'm very tempted to do a big froggy jump. You're more than welcome to do a big froggy jump here if you like. But let's wind it down. So we're bringing our right hand down and our left hand up. Just give ourselves a little stretch. Hi, I'm here, universe. And then swap it over. I want you to see me shine. Now making our way onto our mat, onto sitting on our mat with the legs out in front. Excuse me. Bend the knees and slide them back in. Place the feet on the mat. Inhale, lift the spine, and exhale, just fold in to this kind of seated child's pose. Find your breath here. Lovely. Starting to calm it all down. And then from here, we're going to move all the way down into lying on the mat. So stretching out the legs. Give the toes a little wiggle if you like. And start to come all the way back down into lying on your mat. We place the feet flat on the mat and the knees bent. Take a nice belly breath here. And then bring in that lovely, gentle, calm energy. So when we want to be able to, like a Bunsen burner, turn up our flame and shine. And also just bring it back for us. Just lower it down. Just let ourselves feel really grounded and supported. We can't blaze all the time. And then from here, we're going to let the knees come over to one side. It's just gentle supine twist. And then breathe into the side. How am I doing right now? In your own time, moving the legs back to center. Take a moment to see how everything feels. And then dropping them over to the other side. Lovely blue skies here in Galway at the moment. You can have the eyes closed or just gently open, just noticing what you see without naming it. The practice of just being and seeing. Coming back to center when you're ready. We bring the hands down by the sides of the body. Lift the hips and lengthen the spine a little bit, and even take the knees off and give yourself a squeeze. If you've had enough, then that's fine. You can just come to lying. Or if you like a little bridge, and another little hug, you can place the feet down, bring the hands down, palms down. Inhale, lift up, tailbone, hips, rib cage, and the heart. And just take a moment or two to breathe here. How's this bridge compared to your Monday bridge? And then lower everything all the way back down. Knees to the chest, or you can catch any part of the leg and just play here, little happy baby. If you're looking at this thinking, I'd love to teach yoga, give me a shout. I'll be doing yoga teacher training in Galway starting in October. And if you're like, no, I just love this, the videos will be available on YouTube, so you could come back and do them again. And I will have a lovely treat for the people who've completed this. So the letter for the day is rise. So the letter is or. And if the first person who can send me in the word, unscramble the word, the letter from each day, there's a special prize for them. There's a 1-to-1 bespoke yoga session. So you tell me what you would love to feel in your yoga, what you're working on. And if you're not sure, we can have a chat, and then I'll record it on Zoom for you. You come along and we'll do it together. So nice, lovely breath here. Runner-up prize is the yoga belt. It's really helpful if we're doing these kind of movements. You hook it around your toes and you can play. I have to do a video on that as well. And when you're ready, let's just finish together lying down on the mat, absorbing all of the benefits of all of the practices, what we've done, allowing ourselves time to just be. And I always think with the videos on the at-home practice, if you have time and the energy is right for you to stay here, and that's going to give yourself 10 or 15 minutes of intentional rest, it's different than sitting in front of the TV, then allow yourself to do that. It's a lovely thing to do. If not, that's no worries. We're going to bend the knees and roll to the side. Keep getting a collection of sticks here and midges. And let's come to seated. Bringing the hands together at the heart. Thank you so much for joining me on this 7-day mini yoga journey. I hope it's inspired you to keep going and to do more and to rise and shine. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace, peace, peace. Lots of love. Happy Yoga Day. Happy every day. Every day Yoga Day.